Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Well, your requests are getting better and better. Today we're going to up the game and we're going to model a turbocharger. Here we go. Okay, everybody, well, welcome back. Welcome to Maya. Today we're going to do a turbocharger. As mentioned, it's a request. So that said, let's get started. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a torus and we're going to hit Control A to open up the attribute editor. We'll go in here. We'll set this to 12 by 12, not 123, 12. Yeah, there you go. And then we're going to jump to our top view. I'm going to right click, go to face, get rid of half, delete that. We're going to right click, go to edge, double click, Control E to extrude, W to pull out to about there, I would say, G to repeat, and W to pull out again to about there. Just to make sure it's 100% perfectly straight, I'm just going to hit the W and hold on X like so. And we're going to hit F to frame. Yeah, it looks fine, right? So we're going to bring that back a little. I think that looks all right. Okay, then we're going to hit Control D to duplicate, E to rotate, hold on J, flip it, not that direction, flip it around like so. Yeah, and what we're going to do now is we're going to go into object mode, select both, go to mesh and combine. And then we're going to right click, go to vertex, drag select all of them, and we're going to go to edit mesh and merge. Now we've got too many faces going on here, as you can see. So we're going to go in here to face, click and shift double click, and then shift period to increase that selection and hit delete on that. All right. So this is what we got. We're going to extend this guy one more time, double click. Control E to extrude, W to pull out. That would be about right. Now, and because of this intersection that we got going on the inside here, we need to make sure that we don't have any n-gons, right? So I'm just going to select this guy. I'm going to go to Edit, Delete by Type in History, and then I'm going to go to Mesh Cleanup, Option Box, Edit, Reset Settings. I want to select any improper faces, not clean up, just select because I want to see them. Apply to selected objects, obviously, yeah, keep construction history, want that too. What I want is faces with more than 4 sides. Let's hit clean up, let's hit 4 to see if anything's selected, and it is not, which is good, all right. Okay, cool. Now, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna make a square foot at the end right here. So I'm going to go in to edge, double click, Control E to extrude. Let's give this some slight thickness. Let's do 0.1, I would say. That should be enough. Then we're going to hit G to repeat. We're going to hit W to move slightly forward. Come on. Slightly forward. And then we're going to hit G to repeat again. All right, slightly forward, and that's going to become a square. Now, just to make things easier, I'm going to flare it out a little bit like so. Then I need to find this position right here. I'm going to right click, go to vertex, drag select, W to move, hold down X, snap up, snap down. Oops, go back, and that's where I need to be careful because I want to make sure that I'm not selecting the ones in the back there. That would be messy. All right, then we're going to take this guy, and that should be all right. I think I'll do it in this window like so, just to make sure that I'm not selecting stuff I don't need to. Hit W, we're going to hold down X once again. And we'll do the same with this guy, with this guy, this guy. All right. This makes sure we have nothing that's not good. Then for symmetry purposes, I'm going to snap that up to the top corner. That one down corner. And here I have to be careful again. That guy, top corner. And this guy, bottom corner. All right. Let me just check and make sure that there's nothing weird, wrong, and so forth and so on. That seems to be okay. Let's do a smooth preview. Okay, good. Want to go back. We're going to hit insert edge loop. And we'll do that manual, and we'll put one in here. One in there. One, no, not there. One in there. One there and one there. This guy needs to come in quite a bit. Hit 4, so I know that I only have that one. Yeah. Hit R, scale it way back to about there, and then to verify that it's flat, by going here, F to frame, hit W, hold down V, and there you go, snap it. Still looking good. And then we're going to hit Control E to extrude, W to move forward just a little bit. Yeah. 5 for shaded mode, and there you go. Now we're going to hit insert edge loop again. It's still set to manual. I want one here and one there. And that should be okay. Let's hit 3 to preview smooth. Yeah, it looks nice. All right. Now we don't want that gray situation to go on there. And what I want is to add fans in here. And I might want to bring the whole thing in just a little bit, right? So we're going to go in here. We're going to go to vertex, drag, click all of this. Make sure we're not in smooth preview mode. So go to vertex, drag, click all of this. I think I'm still in insert edge loop mode. There you go. And we're going to bring that in to about there. All right. Good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go in here to edge mode. Double click on this guy. We're going to Control E to extrude. R to scale in. And then let's see, what we'll do is G to repeat. And R to scale in again. And let's look at the opening here. That would be about right. Okay, cool. So, and we're going to have a fan in here later on, right? Let's just do one more preview smooth. Okay, got it. Want to go back. Okay, so that's part 1. Now let's position this guy correctly so we can see what we're doing, right? So we're going to hit E to rotate. We're going to hold on J. We're going to flip it on the side like so. Yeah. Then we're going to raise it up in W, move it up like this to about there. Okay. And then what we want is to have 2 of these guys that we connect together. Okay. So I'm going to hit Control D to duplicate, W to move over there. And we're going to flip this guy around, E to rotate, flip it like so, and then flip it up like so. Okay, so let's see, we need to connect these guys up, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new cylinder, and we're going to set that to 12 subdivision level, and then caps to 0, and we'll go in here and we'll select that face and get rid of it, and select that face and get rid of it. We'll get this guy in the middle here, so we're going to go and rotate it, hold on J, like so. Then we're going to jump in here, we're going to hit W, we're going to hold down X, and then we're going to hit R, and I'm going to scale it down. And I want that to line up perfectly, of course. And it's not even remotely where it needs to be. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, I snapped it. Sorry. We're gonna move that up. And let's get that aligned. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit the plus key, which will extend our arrows so you can align it. Yeah, that looks fine. And then we got this guy, and we're gonna start to scale it down. F the frame. And it should now be okay. That looks all right. Now we're going to give it some thickness. And of course, earlier when I said the fans, these are not the fan intakes. These are the exhaust intake and the pressurized air output. The fans will be in here, yeah? Just a technical difference, but a very important one. All right, so we're going to give this a little thickness. Let's hit Control E to extrude. 0.1. We'll do another smooth preview to see what we got. That looks right. And actually these two guys will go into mesh and smooth to actually smooth. Yeah, why not? And then this guy, we need to add some detail. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to hide this guy for a minute so we can see what we're doing. We'll hit 1 to go back on this guy, and actually I can hide this one as well. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go in and we're going to add some detail. Let me just make these arrows a bit smaller. Yeah. Insert edge loop. Let's do multiple, and we'll do I would say 3 for now. There you go. We're going to take the outer two, this guy and this guy. We're going to hit R. We're going to pull that out to the end there. We're going to right click and go to face, click and shift double click, and click and shift double click. Extrude. Let's do 0.1. That should be about enough. Yeah. Then what we'll do here is we'll go into edge, double click on that. We'll hit bevel. And then we'll set that to 0.1. And that's actually, it's beveling the inside, I think. No, it's not. We can actually get rid of this. All right. So we're going to go in here, take this guy, and we're going to extrude minus the 0.1. I think that looks fine. And we might want to extend these outer areas here. Now these faces are going to be touching, so we can get rid of those. And delete. And delete. And we are going to make this area a bit bigger for the nuts and bolts. Or maybe just make this smaller. Yeah, I think we'll make this smaller, right? Okay, so we're gonna scale it in like this, and then we're gonna push it back out like this. All right, let's make sure our lines are straight. 4 for wireframe mode. And there you have it. Yep. Okay, and then we are going to make a couple of nuts. All right, we're getting there, guys. So what we're going to take for that is a new polygon cylinder. Control A. Actually, no, we'll take a pipe. Sorry. Create polygon primitives. We'll do a pipe, and there you have it. We'll go in here. We'll set this to 6. That should be fine. And then we're going to do, and let me just hide this guy for a sec. Yep. We're going to go in here, F the frame, insert edge loop. Let's do a manual 1, not 3, a manual 1. Yeah. And that would be fine. And then we'll set multiple, and we'll do, come on, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 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 and here. Q on the keyboard. Then we're going to go into vertex. This is such an annoying thing in Maya. I don't know why that happens, but it does. Okay, so we're going to take this one, that one, that one, and that one. Hit W, move it down like so. And then we'll go in here to edge, take that edge and bevel that. And bevel that to, let's say, 0.2 maybe. Yeah, 0.2 is not bad. Right. Okay, now you probably want to have a bolt in here, something like that, right? So we're going to hit insert edge loop, and let's do one in here. There you go. Q on the keyboard. We'll go in here. We'll take these. Control E to extrude. R to scale in, like this. All right. That's maybe a bit much from there, let's say. Then we're going to go into edge, and of course we don't need these faces. We're going to right click at the edge, double click, Control E to extrude, and W to push up. And don't go nuts on that. Go to mesh and fill hole. Then we're going to go into face, select that, go to edit mesh and poke. And then we can go into edge and bevel that. Not bad. All right. So now that we have that, what we're going to do next is we are going to go to display. So mesh display show all. We got all this going on here. We need to make this guy way, way, way smaller. Let's hide these for a second. H to hide. We'll take this guy, R to scale down, E to rotate, hold on J, flip it on its side like so. Yep. We're going to W, we're going to push that up. Let's take this guy and go to smooth. Let's see how it looks. Whether we need to add an edge loop or not. Well, we don't need to add one, but well, actually, let's do that. Let's insert edge loop. We'll do multiple and one, which we'll put one in. Well, we'll do manual. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here, and at the same time explain what I'm doing. And sometimes I might sound a bit distracted, but I'm doing my best here, right? Alrighty, one here, one here. All right. So now if we hit 3, it will look something like this, which is better. Okay, so take this guy, and W to move that in, move that up, make it way smaller. W to move that in. And let's have a look from this point of view after frame. Right, so we're going to want to have one about here, I would say. Scale it down a bit. That's right. Then we're going to hit W, we're going to move that in like so. And then we want them all the way around, of course. So we're going to hit the pivot point to the middle, the insert key, hold down V. And we don't really have anything to snap to right here, but that's a good reference, yeah. So we're going to hit the insert key again. We're going to hit Control D to duplicate, E to rotate, hold on J, like so. Shift D and go all the way around. All right, then we're going to hit the minus key to go back with that guy. We're going to drag select all of this. We're going to deselect this, go to mesh and combine. Then we're going to go over here, Control D to duplicate, E to rotate, hold on J, flip it around like so, hit W, move it over. After frame. And there you have it. Okay, now the fans. All right, so yeah. Okay, so for the fans, we're just going to go and Control G to group this. We're going to go in and hide that, and then we're going to go and take a polygon pipe. Polygon pipe, yeah, there you go. What we're going to do is we're going to have 12 subdivisions. Maybe that's not enough. Let's do 24. 24 is better. Thickness 0.1. Let's do height 4, and let's see what else. So radius 0.2. Well, maybe more. 0.7. That's better. Okay. So we're gonna hit R. We're gonna stretch this up a little bit. Then we're gonna go in here. We're gonna insert edge loop. Let's do multiple and 2. Like this. Then we're going to hit R, and we're going to kind of stretch them out like so. Then we're going to go back in, Q on the keyboard. Let's get a face, and we're going to select every other face. And we're good. All right. Extrude that. Excuse me. We're going to give that some thickness. I would say too bad there. That should be fine. Yeah. And then what we're going to do is we are going to bring the top in. So how do we do that? We're going to go to vertex. We're going to drag, select these guys. Yep. And we're going to hit R, and we're going to pull that in like so. And if you like, you can even push it down a little bit like that. All right. Okay, now that we have that, we're going to go back to insert edge loop again. Let's set that to, I would say, 7. And we're going to go in, and we're going to add 7 right there. Okay, cool. Okay, let's try a twist. Deform nonlinear twist, right? We're going to open up the attribute editor. We're going to go in here, and let's start to move this guy. And this is fairly straightforward. It's kind of neat. I think that looks just fine. And then we're going to go to object mode, and we're going to go to edit and delete by type in history. Let's do a preview smooth by hitting 3. We'll get something like that, which looks kind of cool. And we might want to flatten this out a little bit. So we're going to hit R. We're going to kind of push it in like so. Let's see if that's still looking okay. It is. We're going to go in here. We're going to hit 1 to go back. We're going to insert edge loop. Set that to manual. And I want kind of a hard line right there. Right there. And then we want one on the inside as well. And yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so we're going to go to object mode. We're going to go to smooth to actually smooth it. There you go. And it's time to put things together. So we're going to go to display. We're going to go to show all. Right? We're going to take this guy, and let me just smooth this a bit more. Hit W, so we get rid of those black spots. Mesh and smooth. There you have it. We're going to hit E to rotate. We're going to hold down J. Flip it on its side. We're going to hit R. We're going to scale that down quite a bit. W. We're going to start to move that in here. Let me have a look. All right. So, and what I want to do with this guy is, let me just make sure we've got everything. Yeah. I'm just going to take this, I'm going to drag select all of this, go to mesh and combine. Yeah, it still looks good. And then I'm going to move it in a way that it's easier to align that guy, right? So we'll take this, we'll hit the W, we'll hold down X, and then we'll take this guy, and we're going to go to modify and center pivot, which will probably not help because this is an asymmetrical object, but we can now adjust this based on our grid lines. So that one's all right. Then That one's right. So now if we start to scale this in, it should be okay. All right, we're going to W, we're going to bring that in here. I have to frame that. Push that in. And then we're going to scale it down just a little bit. And I might want to adjust this shape by, let's see. What I'll do is, and again, I'm just, totally trying to figure this thing out while I'm modeling it, right? So bear with me. So I'm kind of liking that, and I think that's what we'll go with, but I want to add one element. So we're going to go to a polygon pipe, either rotate, hold down J, flip it on its side. We kind of need kind of a bracket type deal, yeah? So we're going to move that up, we're going to hit R, we're going to scale that in quite a bit. Open up the edit editor, let's set the thickness to 0.3 or 2, that's fine. And yeah, that's what I'm going to use. All right, so we're going to go in here, F to frame, we're going to hit W, we're going to hold on X, and we're going to move that up, like so. Then we're going to F to frame that, we're going to push that in. R to scale down. Probably gonna need to do that in my perspective view, but that's okay. We're gonna go in here to edge. Let's bevel that. Let's take this, extrude 0.04, and then minus 0.2, 0.02. Yep. Let's bevel that. And there you go. Let's hit 3 to preview smooth. And we've got a little line going on there, which is great. Okay. So we're going to go to mesh and smooth to actually smooth it. We'll hit W, we'll bring that in. Then we'll take this guy and we'll bring that out to about there. Scale it just a little bit. All right, cool, cool. Then we're going to take this guy and this guy, go to mesh and combine, duplicate, either rotate, hold down J, flip it around like so, W to move it out, F to frame that, bring it in. And then the final touch here is the axle. Now the whole idea here is that there's an axle between the two, right? So yeah, let's do that. We'll take a polygon cylinder, either rotate, hold on J, flip it, we're gonna hit R, we're gonna scale it down, stretch it out, W to move up, let's get that in the middle here, F to frame. And let's see here, we are going to scale it down quite a bit. F to frame. All right. And then let's have that peek out just a little. And of course it's going to be at both ends in a second, but that's fine. And there you go. And we're going to want to have that stick through all the way. So We'll just grab this, get a vertex, the W, pull that out. And bring it in like so. Go to object mode. Well, there you have it, guys. There's my version of a turbocharger. Like I said, it's something that I did on the fly, so maybe not as smooth as usual because I'm thinking about how to create it while explaining it. Hopefully it was still useful though. I had a lot of fun making it anyway, and I hope you do as well. And that said, thank you so much for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.